Hi everyone, this is Glass Arrow. Today I'm going to bring you the new Play as Kai review. Play as Kai Final Fantasy 15 Cidney Aurum. She is the sixth one in the Final Fantasy 15 line after the four brotherhood in the game and after Nyx Ulrich from Final Fantasy 15 King's Glaive. Overall, the box art cover is pretty nice. Shane new touch, that is, the artwork is quite bright. Comparing to the older Final Fantasy 15 Play as Kai, here's Nyx Ulrich. Okay, you can see that the style is almost exactly the same. The overall tone is a bit different, whereas Nyx Ulrich is a bit darker and more royal in the artwork. Cidney is more like playful and more joyful color. And also when comparing to the older ones, such as from Noctis, the main character himself, you can see that the tone in the Noctis box is quite a bit grayish to black tone, and now the color is more vibrant and really contrast to the overall figure, and I really like how they are doing right now. Okay, now let's get back to our Cidney. The box, as I say, is smaller because her figure is overall is a little bit smaller than the boys. And in the back, okay, nice artwork. Okay, let's take a look inside. Okay, here's a little bit information about her, the overall story of Final Fantasy 15. Okay, and here's Cidney herself now. Okay, let's take a look inside. Okay, now she's outside the box. The first thing you see is that her color is very vibrant and contrast, just like the cover art, which is a really good thing because she brings the new whole color in the Final Fantasy 15 line, which are mostly black, gray, and silverish. Her height is about 24 centimeters, and when comparing to the older Final Fantasy 15 Noctis, okay, she is a little bit shorter, just as in the game. And also Nyx Ulrich, okay, which is the tallest among the three. So overall, a nice figure. And now before we look deep into her paint job, sculpting, and the joints, let's see what accessory come with her first. Okay, the accessory is not much but add a very nice touch to the overall figures. The first thing is the working toolbox for her because she is a mechanic, and also come with the mechanic tools. Okay, two of them actually. Okay. The color is just only a little bit silver and a little bit blank ink wash, not that much detail, but still works quite fine. And there are also a grabbing hand for the tools, and also two fist hand. Okay, for another cool things about the accessory is this box, the mechanic box, they have some nice mechanical things to it. The word mechanics also. So it can open, showing very great detail inside. A very good props for the sceneries with the figures, and also the case over here can be pulled out to show a lot of detail more inside. So this is a very nice cool touch from Square Enix themselves. I really appreciate this kind of thought into the accessories. Okay, now let's take a closer look at the figure. Overall, the sculpt is very quite nice. You can see that the hair is finely sculpted, and the color and the shading, the lines between the string of hairs are very nicely detailed. A little thing that I think that there can be some improvement is the face. She looks fine, but I think her expression is a little bit dull. If she give a little smile or some kind of feeling into it, I think it will look a lot better when posing. But still, you have to give it that the decent sculpt is a lot better than the four brotherhoods such as Noctis, Ignis, Prompto, or Gladio. Overall, they done a lot improvement after those 4. And the eyes are straight now, not bad alignment like from the Nix Ulrich one. Okay. And for the shirt, just as I told before, the color is very yellow, a little bit orange tint around the edge, and a very nice detail. Okay. And a lot of people talk about her main attraction on her chest, which is a solid part and still look quite attractive, considering that she is a little bit of an eye candy from the Final Fantasy game. The figure also resembles that quite well also. Okay. Now for the pants, she wears blue pants, and this is where it is not quality control issue or something, but the color pink is a little bit over the place, such as on the belt. If you can see closely, there's a little bit mispainting around the belt. The pink is very bad actually. They could done a lot better job here. And also she has a little bit of a underpants here that you can see overall, starting from the middle and over the edge onto both sides. Okay. And also this was another painting that has a little bit gone bad. The pink line of the underpants here is not fully colored. They could done a lot better. I'm not quite sure whether the other figures have this kind of issue too, but I think it is a problem with the quality control. But other than the pink color, the blue pants is colored nicely detailed, and her accessory pocket is also quite nice. Okay. And for the boots, the white boot. Okay. So for the sculpting and the paint jobs, I give it a pass, especially in the face, which are better sculpted than the other 5 figures. Actually, I personally think she is the best one among the 5 Final Fantasy 15 figures right now. Other than the shape of the posing of the face, which can give a little bit of smile, other than it's okay. And the paint job in the shirt and pants are quite very fully detailed. Only the pink over here that's a little bit over the edge. Okay, now let's take a look at her joints and articulations. Okay, starting from the head, swivel, move quite nicely. The goggle pass is a little bit loose, but still it attached to the back of the neck, so it cannot move that freely. But the neck overall movement is quite okay. And for the shoulder, the part here is a rubber part of the shirt up here, so you can put the shoulder quite high but still limit a little bit for the height of the shoulder movement. And there are also the shoulder swivels over here, which is a very nice touch to the articulations. The elbow joint, okay, and the wrist joint, okay, work quite fine. For the torso, crunching, and you can see some nice view there. Okay, and extend a little bit to the back. Okay. For the hip joint, she is a little bit limited by this accessory pocket, but it is also a floating piece, so you have a lot of free movement there. But the problem is that there is a little bit strange gap over here, which is the strange design for the thighs, the woman thighs, which when she raises her hip that high, there will see a gap, which is not quite good. Okay. And for the knees, okay, work fine. And for the foot, okay. Also to notice that there are no swivels in the thighs, only at the hip joint. So only swivels in the bicep, up in the arm, both arms, not in the leg this time. So standard articulation and joints of average play Asukai. Nothing new and nothing too bad. So in summary, the Play as Kai Cidney figures is a really nice piece. From my personal taste, I think she is the best one out of the 5. Coming in second is Nick Ulrich. I've seen such a lot of improvements after the first 4 figures, which is very good because now the standard Play as Kai figures are getting a little bit more better quality after they dropped down in the past couple of years. These figures still have some very controversial QC issues, quality controls in the color of the pink, which I think they could done a lot better job. But other than that, the sculpt, the paint job is very nice. So if you are Final Fantasy 15 fans, better keep an eye on her because her price is not that high as the other figures too. Okay, thank you for watching this video, and if you have any questions, you can post in the comments. And if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Thank you very much.